So guys, the crypto markets are trading sideways. We were anticipating the markets dipping after the sentiment on the weekend, guys, with the Trump tariffs causing a lot of the dips in the market. Right now, as you guys can see, everything is kind of just trading sideways. My altcoin portfolio is trading sideways as well. There's a lot of talks about exactly what's going to be happening next for Trump's tariffs, and we need to be keeping up with those events just to pretty much have an understanding on how it's going to have an effect for multiple companies, industries, countries, and yada yada, and as a result affects the US markets, Japan markets, and also the crypto markets as well. We saw MicroStrategy buy a ton of Bitcoin today, which is, fueling the talks of, a, Bitcoin rally, as well as overall a, huge shift in liquidity in the markets. I think, all these big events that are happening are catalyst events that have an effect on the price action, but keeping up with the big things, guys, the price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, exactly what's happening with the tariffs, because that's exactly what's fueling all of the negative price action in the US markets as well as in the crypto markets. So right now I'm keeping up with all that information. On top of that, guys, I'm also day trading. In my recent video I talked about trying to get everything initialized with around $40 and running it up. Right now the account is sitting at around $100. I want to run it up starting from Monday today to around 500 to a G, so make sure you stay tuned around that, guys. With all the mixed sentiment in the markets, you can be longing and shorting the market, just dependent on exactly your sentiment in the space, as well as if you have a good understanding on TA and price action. If you guys are trying to get started with day trading, sign up with my week's code. I have it down in the description below. You guys can sign up and get up to $80 to $200 for free to start playing with today. But overall, guys, keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum and exactly what's going to be happening closing out today. We also have some big events happening this week with Powell speaking. Going to be talking about exactly what's going on with the tariffs, as well as overall price action, inflation, a lot of different things that are going on. So make sure you stay tuned with all of that, guys. Today is a quick little update video telling you guys exactly what is going on. Like how I said, we were anticipating a dip because of the dips we were seeing on Sunday because of the talks from Trump and exactly his sentiment on no negotiations with these tariffs and everything like that. This has everyone anticipating exactly what's going to be happening, especially with more tariffs going in on China with their semiconductors and a few other different things. So there's a lot of moving parts, guys, where a lot of people are kind of focusing on the total into money supply, as well as the overall global liquidity and where everything is going. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on all that information and everything else in between. Right now is a keen time, guys, to start keeping up with all of these specific things, the price action around key events like key assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and also the indicators around these assets to show us where liquidity is moving, like Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance as well. These charts and percentages let us know exactly if altcoins are going to get squeezed more, or if altcoins could be potentially getting a little bit of relief. But a lot of people are anticipating more deviations before we start to see a gradual increase in the markets and liquidity. But this is where you got to have your own perspective in the markets, keep up with the day-to-day, have an understanding as to why people believe we're going to be pumping or dumping as well. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, go watch yesterday's video. I'll give you guys a more in-depth perspective on exactly the price action on altcoins, also the support that we're currently seeing for the total crypto markets, and why a lot of people have already capitulated their bags. I also covered exactly the sentiment in the markets, and right now how everything is dead. No one is talking about altcoins. No one really cares. Everyone's just waiting for this bear rally to end, and then from there everyone's going to start focusing again on specific sectors, altcoins, which coins to focus on, narratives, and all that stuff in between. But this is where you need to show up when everyone else is not showing up. So guys, if you're new to the channel, go to check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around Bitcoin, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and everything else in between. Like how I said, how the markets open up is completely different than how the markets close, and then from there how the markets are playing on the weekend anticipates exactly how the markets are going to open on Monday, which is today, which is why a lot of people were anticipating deviations. But we're starting to see mixed sentiment based off of news events, buys in the market, tariffs, a lot of different things. So stay tuned, guys. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, drop them down below. I'd love to hear everyone's perspective. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Peace.